What's good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if this is not your first time. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. Before I jump into today's topic, I wanted to go over a couple of things quickly. So in my first video, actually if you haven't seen that, you can click on the link up there. You should be able to see my first video. In my first video, I mentioned something about breaking the channel into two components. What I actually wanted to say was I'm trying to break the channel, or I will be breaking the channel into multiple components. Python being the primary one, we will do other things as well. But I wanted to say was I wanted to achieve two goals with the channel. The first goal obviously is the educational piece, which is Python piece and some of the other technical things I would like to do. But the second goal was what I wanted to do. It's the project that I have, that I'm excited about. But I'm actually excited about the project, not just for me, but actually from what I'm trying to bring to you guys. I think I will be bringing some fun and exciting stuff for you guys with this project that I'm doing. That's one of the reasons I'm excited about it, and I think you guys are going to actually enjoy it. So all I can say is buckle up. We'll have some fun together. So stick around, and once I get more information about that project, I'll definitely be sharing that with you guys as well. And of course, the second thing is really to just say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is the time. Click down there and you should be able to subscribe to my channel. And what do you get for subscribing to my channel? Cool points. What else are you gonna get? I'm gonna be throwing cool points your way. So every time you subscribe to my channel, my new guys and my new subscribers, I'll be throwing cool points your way. It'll be worth it. So again, click down there and you should be able to subscribe to my channel. So those are the two things I wanted to get out of the way. Now, today we're just going to talk a little bit about myself. I'm going to make it quick. This is hopefully will be a short video. First things first, I don't have a teaching degree. Just going to put that out there. But I do have a computer science degree from the UK, and I've been here in the US for consulting for what seems like a very, very long time now. But also I have been a salsa instructor and an Oracle instructor in my past. So let's talk about the Oracle instructor first. So a few years ago, when Oracle certification was the thing to do, it was like a hot thing to do to get a gig, to get placed. I worked for a couple of companies. I mean, those companies had different models, but the goal was the same: bring students in, get them certified, get them a job, and move to the next batch. So my job there was basically to get the students through the curriculum, make sure they have both the theory and practical experience, because obviously you do not want students who, have the theory but they don't have the practical. So we make sure we get them through those two stages, and the students who stick around and who stick around and actually get the job done and pass the certification. The next stage is for us to actually help them get a job. So we help them with the resume, we help them with the tech interview, and just make sure that everything's fine. And the successful students who actually manage to not just get the certification, but also able to get a job, we also do what's called hand-holding. So we can help them through the first few months of the placement itself. And hopefully, most students tend to kind of survive after that, because we don't want to just kind of have them in there and then leave them alone. So that was and I did that for about 4 years, and then I just kind of moved on. And then the next thing was a salsa instructor as well. That's salsa dancing, by the way. I was a salsa instructor for about 4 years as well, and that I didn't really have a studio. I just rented a studio out, and I had different types of students. I had students from ages 7 to I think 70, and I think back then my largest class was actually a bunch of college students. I taught a bunch of college students, and I think I had about, I kid you not, I think I had about 150 students there. This was a 3-hour boot camp, and it was about 150 hyper college students. It was pretty intense, but it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from that. So those basically are the two things that I did that had to do with teaching. I was going to move on to the next thing, but I wanted to kind of step back a little bit. I'm going to go off track a little bit here, because salsa dancing is something I'm very passionate about. I know this is not a salsa content, but just in case you're looking for something to do, I would really recommend learning how to salsa dance. I think it's a lot of fun. If you have the time and you're looking for something fun to do, you should get into salsa dancing, and I'll tell you why. Salsa dancing is actually a lot of fun. It's energetic, and it's a great place to meet new people. Salsa dancing immediately doubles your cool points. I know I'm throwing out cool points today, but salsa dancing actually just doubles that. And you will never get bored of doing it. If you consider yourself an introvert, then salsa dancing is the place to discover your inner extrovert. Salsa dancing will definitely catapult your geek into chic. I promise you that. So guys, I know I'm off topic, but this is also a shout out to all my salseros out there. So if you really want to do something fun this year, I really recommend getting into salsa dancing. Okay, let's come back to what we were talking about originally. So my tech background, this is going to be a quick one. 2 years coding, then I decided to move into database technology, and I did that for quite a while. And within that period of time, I did a bunch of things. I did Perl, apart from doing just the database itself, I did Perl programming, I did Java, some Java, I did a database procedural language, different types. I obviously did SQL, and I did a ton of Unix scripting, different flavors of Unix. I did a bunch of scripting for automation. And I'm actually currently also learning Go. Go is another language that's relatively new. It's about 10 years old. I'm also learning that as well. And from my Python experience, I've done Python building AWS wrappers, serverless implementations. I've used Python for web framework like Flask and Django. And I've done a bunch of automation stuff in projects in Python as well. So that's kind of like my Python experience mixed with the other things that I've done in the past. What am I doing now? I'm actually, right now I'm a interim CTO and a VP operations of an augmented reality company headquartered in the UK. And we have an office here in Atlanta. So I'm in charge of the US operations. I'm sure most of you are familiar with virtual reality, where you wear, you wear a device and you do. It's kind of like an immersive experience. Augmented reality is slightly different. Augmented reality is actually where you place digital content anywhere on the planet, and you can use your smartphone to literally discover any type of content. It could be a simple text, it could be a movie, it could be 2D, 3D, it could be something 3 times my size. You literally can discover, and it can be interactive as well. So you use your smartphone to discover, everything around you. And the whole idea is behind that is so you're able to kind of like discover the world by looking through your phone as opposed to looking down on your phone like we all do right now. We're doing some really cool stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to share some of that with you. Originally, when I joined the company actually to lift the consumer app onto blockchain technology. That's actually my initial reason I joined the company. So the whole idea was to put the consumer app onto a blockchain technology. And so when I came in, I wrote the white paper for that. And we actually started doing some proof of concept, building wallets in Python. But at some point in time, we kind of decided, with everything that was going on with the company, we kind of decided maybe it wasn't a good idea to kind of go down that path at the moment. So we kind of put that aside and just kind of moved on to other things. And that's kind of how I kind of moved around the company. And now I am, I have the position that I have right now. But I do want to, there is one thing I do want to do with that though. One of the things I want to do in the future is to actually go back to that, but do it differently. And what I mean by that is I want to still lift the consumer app, but I want to have a gamified version of that consumer app, and then use a cryptocurrency to actually power that app. So that's something I'm hoping I can do in the future with this technology. So we'll see how that goes. So that's pretty much a little bit about myself. Hopefully I haven't like gone all over the place. And my style basically will be going back and forth, doing like the technical discussions, conversations like I'm doing right now, and then I will also be doing tutorials. So the next video will be a bunch of tutorials, and what are we going to start with? Yes, we will start with doing installs on Python installs on Windows, and maybe Unix and Mac, and so on. So that will be the style. So I'm able to kind of like complete most of the things I'm trying to do with the channel. I hope you're patient with me. Anyway, thanks for joining the channel, and thanks to all my subscribers, new and old, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.